Alright, let's dive into it. So, a friend of mine recently called me in a panic. His girl, who used to text him every morning, suddenly went silent. No good morning texts, no heart emojis, just nothing. And man, he spiraled. Started questioning everything. Did he say something wrong? Is she losing interest? Should he call her again? He was overthinking it, but here's what I told him, and what I want you to understand. Bro, you're not losing her. She's watching you, not with her eyes, but with her energy, with her heart. You see, when a woman pulls back, when she acts distant, it doesn't always mean she's done with you. Sometimes, it means she's feeling something so deep inside her that she needs space to process it. And how you handle that silence, that says everything. So, let's break this down. First, she's not disappearing, she's listening to herself. I know it feels like she's slipping away, like she's vanishing into thin air, but what if I told you she's not disappearing at all? She's just tuning into herself. When a woman pulls back, it doesn't always mean she's over you. It's often because something inside her is screaming for her attention, and she needs silence to figure out what's going on. Women don't always talk through their feelings, they feel them first. And when that feeling is loud, it demands space to be processed. Now, most guys panic in this situation. They start overthinking. They text more, call more, do everything to fill the silence. But they don't realize, she's not waiting to be chased. She's waiting to feel. And if you interrupt that process with pressure, you become part of the noise she's trying to escape. So, if she's quiet right now, let her be. Not as some test, but as a moment of trust. Trust that she's doing what she needs to do. Trust that you're strong enough to wait for her to come back when she's ready. That's presence. That's power. Second, your reaction reveals your emotional strength. Alright, this is where most men mess up. How you respond when she pulls away says more about you than you realize. She's watching you, not with judgment, but with curiosity. She wants to see if the man she's drawn to can actually hold himself together when things aren't perfect. And this is where your emotional strength shows up, or it falls apart. If the moment she gets distant, you start texting more, calling more, panicking, guess what? She doesn't feel love. She feels pressure. And pressure kills attraction. But if you hold steady, don't chase, don't crumble, don't act like your world is falling apart just because she's not replying, that's when she feels your power. It's not about pretending not to care. It's about showing her that your peace doesn't depend on her attention. That's what makes you stand out. That's what makes her come back with deeper respect. So remember, how you react in the silence reveals whether you're grounded or just guessing. Third, she needs to feel your energy, even when you're not there. Let me tell you something real. Being present isn't about being around all the time. It's about leaving an impression so strong that she can still feel you when you're not around. See, women are emotional creatures. They don't just remember what you said. They remember how you made them feel. So, if you're the kind of man who only feels solid when you're texting her constantly, calling every hour, you're not building presence. You're building dependence. But if your energy is strong enough, grounded enough, calm enough, she'll still feel your presence even when you're not there. In her thoughts, in the little moments when you're not around, she'll feel it. You don't need to force yourself into her mind. You just need to be so grounded in who you are that your absence speaks louder than anyone else's words. That's the difference between being missed and being forgotten. Fourth, your absence should feel like gravity, not emptiness. Let's be real here. If your absence feels like nothing, that means your presence didn't carry weight. When she pulls back, that's your moment, not to chase, not to beg, but to let her feel the gravity of who you are. The kind of energy that lingers. The kind that makes her stop and think, why do I miss him right now? Too many men fear being forgotten, so they fill the silence with messages, calls, constant reach-outs. But here's the truth. You don't get remembered by being available. You get remembered by being valuable. If your life has depth, if you have passions, a vision, if your energy is grounded, then even in your silence, she feels your pull, not as a burden, but as a presence that's hard to replace. So when you're not around, let that absence have weight. Let her feel the difference between a man who's always chasing and a man who's worth coming back to. Fifth, she's subconsciously testing your stability. Here's something most men never see coming. She's not always testing you with words. She's testing you with space. And it's not because she's playing games, it's instinct. A woman needs to feel that you're stable, not just when things are good, but when they get uncertain, confusing, or even quiet. So when she pulls away a little, it's like her energy is asking, can this man hold his center when I'm not right beside him? If you freak out, chase harder, or start doubting yourself, she feels that wobble. She feels that your confidence is conditional. But if you stay calm, stay grounded, if your energy doesn't shift just because hers does, that's when she starts to trust you. That's when she sees you not as just another guy, but as the kind of man who can hold space for her storm without falling into it. She's not trying to hurt you. She's just trying to feel safe in your strength. Sixth, mystery isn't a game, it's a necessity. Listen, don't confuse being real with being predictable. A lot of guys think that being honest means laying every thought, every feeling, every plan on the table right away. But that kills the vibe. Mystery isn't about playing games. It's about having depth. A woman doesn't want to solve you in the first week. She doesn't want to know your every move before you make it. She wants to feel like there's more to discover each time she gets closer. When you have purpose, when you've got your own world she hasn't fully explored yet, that's magnetic. She feels that. She wants to lean in, not because you're hiding something, but because there's something real behind your silence. So no, you don't have to act cold, but you also don't have to explain your whole soul on day one. Let her feel that you've got layers. Let her want to unfold them. That's not game playing. That's gravity. Seventh, don't match her distance. Transcend it. This one's important. When she pulls away, your first instinct might be to match her energy. Go cold, get quiet, play the same game. But here's the truth. Matching her distance doesn't show strength. It shows ego. Real strength is when you don't react to her space. You rise above it. You don't chase, but you also don't go bitter. You stay warm, grounded, unshaken. You let her feel your presence without begging for hers. That's not indifference. It's confidence that you're saying, I'm still here. I'm still me, but I don't need to prove it. When you hold that energy, she feels safe to come back on her own. No pressure, no guilt, just attraction pulling her in, instead of fear pushing her out. Because the man who stays centered, no matter what she does, that's the man she trusts, respects, and desires. So remember, when she pulls back, don't panic. Don't chase. Stay grounded, stay centered, and let her come back to you.